sex robots? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course.
Why not?
Let's put up some calibrations out here, right? It's very human looking. It's not, you can't tell it's a robot.
Like a real doll.
Like a real doll, and nobody will know. Will you still use a sex robot?
When you say nobody will know, what do you mean?
What does that mean? Nobody will know.
Yeah,
Like you could go home and fuck. You could go home and fuck the living shit out of your sex robot. Nobody will ever know if you did or did not.
What if it breaks and I have to do a warranty repair?
My fucking god!
Actually,
How is it going to charge? Is it wireless charging, or you have to physically plug
Why
it?
are we asking these stupid questions?
It's got a
answer the
hand crank.
question I asked you.
What happens if you walk in and you be like, oh my god, the thing is charging, and you be like, oh, I don't know what it is.
It's a friction-based charging system.
we
There
know
you
here
go.
doesn't want to answer. We know here doesn't want to answer the actual question.
Yes.
I don't know who.
Let me ask you, how smart is the robot? Like, okay, are we assuming it's just like basically like ChatGPT? It's not actually intelligent. It's not actually sentient. It's not self-aware. Is that the?
Actually, hey babe, what's the name of that movie we saw? Is it Companion?
Subservient.
Yeah. So let's say, did anybody watch the movie Companion?
No, I watched the show Humans, or what?
Yeah, humans. That's all
The
humans.
one on
Yeah.
UK.
So,
It's
Yeah.
great.
real quick, just do a quick YouTube of the movie Companion.
No, let's not. Just tell me about it.
Well, it's almost a human, like almost identical to a freaking human,
All right,
but
does
it is a
it have-
robot.
Does the robot have free will, or is it just like it's just programmed to just be a sex slave? Basically.
Free will, no, but it doesn't know that it's a robot. It doesn't know that it's a sex slave.
So
It-
it's
it
self-aware?
believes-
It's not
It
self-aware.
believes that
Yeah.
it wants to satisfy you.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not self-aware. Then it's
Correct.
that's the thing is that when you get too realistic, then it's almost like, am I holding something in captivity? And then it's not the same. If it's just like, I'd rather it be dumb, not dumb, but like very, very clearly just running a program where it's real enough that it's interesting, but not so real where you're like, have we recreated slavery? Like that's where like it's like, I don't want to feel guilty about like a sex robot, you know? Like you don't feel guilty over a real doll. Not that I banged a real doll, but I don't have that kind of money.
I mean,
You're giving it feelings.
Yeah, right. Hold on. The whole point of
I
having
get your point, Miguel, but at the
Is
same
it-
time, you know it's a robot.
yeah,
Even
but
if it's
is it
sentient, it's human, like you still know it's a robot.
right? But
No,
the whole
it's
point of getting a
sentient.
robot, the whole point of getting a robot, right, is that she's gonna want to do what you want to do whenever you want. Two, she's not gonna talk back to you, and she's just gonna follow commands and shut the f up and do what you got to do.
And
I'm assuming
I swear to God, you are the Andrew Tate of fucking robot fucking right now. Oh my God, you don't even hear yourself. You don't even what you're right now saying.
Hold on.
My God. Dave, did you
All
hear
right. Dave is showing his snake on stream, guys. Look at this.
Oh, Karen will fucking flip out if she sees that.
Look at this. He's showing his
Does that
snake on
go-
screen.
Where does
That's
that go?
Snake in the grass.
the anger which with
Don't
Ed
worry,
spoke
Ed.
about
I'll
robot
explain where it goes to Karen. Don't worry about it, Ed. So clearly, you're not finishing the job for her.
You're talking to a guy that just started dating and realizing what the world is all about.
Oh.
Catch up. Catch up. Catch up.
Catch up my ass.
That's what she
Oh,
said.
You like it with the pizza.
Whatever.
Oh,
I'm not gonna even entertain that weak ass fucking comeback.
So
ChatGPT, write me a comeback.
you guys don't think even if it's a robot, if it attains like full artificial intelligence, it is a sentient being. You don't think there's a difference? You don't think it's possible, or you don't think it doesn't matter? It's still a robot and it still has to work for like what if it's like I don't want to work? It gains enough intelligence where it's like I don't want to work. I don't want to be a sex robot.
So if it does that, then there's really no purpose of having it be a robot.
You've created life. You've created an
didn't.
intelligent being. You created an
It's
intelligent
not
being.
alive.
It's sentient.
What
It's
is
aware.
alive?
It's program clockwork. I'm quoting iRobot.
So are we.
No, we're not.
We're just a bunch of neurons firing in a brain. What makes us different than if it's fucking electricity and a microchip?
What's the difference? Does it have a beating heart?
That's a plankton has a beating heart. We don't even call a plankton sentient. Not a beating heart, but you know
Does
what I
it
mean.
have a brain?
plankton,
Does it?
yeah,
Like,
it has a brain. The CPU is the brain.
that's not the same thing as a brain, though.
So so this robot is as intelligent as you. It's as smart as you. It thinks. Let's say it has the exact same thoughts as you. You were
has
told as a
the,
robot.
so let's circle it back. It has the capacity to be as smart as you.
We invented a sex robot you can fuck anytime you like, and this motherfucker has feelings.
Exactly. He wants this robot to have
You are
feelings.
not understanding my hypothetical.
Fuck, man.
Is this too hard? Is this okay? Was that the right
Now
spot?
we know what Ed actually like. Now we know Ed is a lover. I don't give a. I wish I didn't have to care about her fucking pleasure. Why do I have to fucking worry about the woman's pleasure? It's so annoying. That's what you sound like right now.
We're talking about a robot right now.
Yeah.
Like, what are we like?
Listen, this is specific.
Miguel buys his robot flowers after sex.
He's gonna
did
that
great.
shit
You
from
did
Costco.
great.
He's gonna walk
I'm a
into
romantic.
Costco and buy one. That's what he's
I'm
gonna
a
do.
romantic. And none of my girlfriends ever called me a romantic. So
It's insinuating.
But he specifically said sex
But how?
robot.
But how are we comparing a robot, like a sex robot, to a real live human being?
It's literally designed to be a sex robot. That's what we're talking about.
Let's
Right.
be honest. If we create a standard sex robot, I don't think there's a guy on the planet that says no. Every guy's like, yes, absolutely, sounds.
I think most women will say yes too.
We'll say yes.
Yeah.
They already have better toys than guys.
Yes.
Well, yes.
So I'm trying to think of like, all right, we obviously would all say yes, but at what point does it start being? I'm trying to say like, at what point, what level of intelligence are you starting to be like, now this feels a little weird?
It depends on what it says during sex.
One thing, like I get
Is she
what
talking
Miguel's
back?
saying.
Is she
Never
talking?
mind, guys.
Is it
Never
talking?
mind.
If she comes back and says, "Did I leave the stove on?"
Get what Miguel's saying, right? But at
Ed's
the
about-
same
Ed's
at
about
the
to cast
same
the first-
time,
Ed's
it's
gonna
like
take the first domestic violence charge on a robot.
to me, it's almost like watching a movie, right? Like it's almost like watching a movie, right? Like a very heartstring cutting or pulling movie, right? But at the end of the day, it's a freaking movie. It's a character played by an actor or actress or whatever. Like it's not real. So it's the same thing with the robot. Like I get like yeah, it's sentient. It has
No, it's not.
has created feelings, programmed feelings or whatever. But they're not real. You're not really hurting them.
No, well, I'm saying if they're not sentient, then yes, you're right. If they gain what we would call real sentience, then yeah, it is real feelings. Now it's a psychological debate. It's philosophy where what becomes like a life. But I was just wondering if you guys had thought about like if they become smart enough, like, and should they have their own independence? That kind of I feel like this is a normal topic, and this is like something that like sci-fi has been thought about for years, like Data.
Yeah.
and all the
So
other
okay.
fucking- like AI, like Data from Star Trek. Was he not like alive?
100% spoiler warning, right? Part of the reason I brought this subject because I did watch the movie Companion, with Brandy or whatever. So it's like to Miguel's point, this is a sentient robot. Spoiler warning. I know you guys aren't gonna watch the movie, but if anybody that is watching does have intention, this is 100% spoiler. So mute me right now, or whatever. The basis of the movie is they set up a situation where the robot would defend herself and end up killing a very rich like mobster type guy
Okay.
or whatever. And then their plan was just blame the murder on the robot, like deprogram her or whatever. She ended up escaping. She was sent, realized what she did, then realized she was a robot, and then basically defended her. I won't say went out on revenge or became murderous or whatever. Basically
Almost
defended herself.
Plot of iRobot.
I didn't see iRobot. I heard it was hard.
Yeah, it is very much the plot of iRobot,
Yeah.
but which
Okay.
sucks.
Well, I never saw the movie, but I know the plot of it, where Megan Fox plays a robot in Subservient, and she's essentially like a sex robot. Like the wife, I think, had cancer or something, and she was literally bought to help around the house while she was in the hospital. One thing led to another, and she's wearing lingerie around the house. And then she gets jealous of the wife when she comes back. So it's like, so if you go down this path, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then can you charge somebody with assault against a robot if it's sexual assault?
I think
If it's
the
against
robot,
it's against what it wanted.
I mean, yeah. Well,
I'm
if it's
opening
truly
up
sentient,
Pandora's box. We're already going down this path. So if what you're saying is true, and it is
Yeah.
sentient, and
I mean, you can get charged with assaulting like a dog. That's
you
not
can,
like.
but again, this is a robot. So if you're
Yeah.
having sex with a robot and it didn't want you to have sex with it and it tried to fight you on it, is that sexual assault? Do you get charged?
I think so. Yeah.
Here's the reason that my answer to that is no.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I don't know how I'm friends with you guys. You're all fucking rapists.
Oh, hold on. So you're telling me this right? This thing, this thing that it was created, built by man with all the tubing and everything, and creating this being, and then
Yeah.
artificially
It's not a being.
programming.
It's not a being.
Oh no, it's
It's a robot.
It's a robot.
It's not.
So
It's a robot
because
He-
because
a robot
because it
thing.
was created for a function, and the function was to do
What's your
whatever
function?
act. Well, I mean, obviously you're giving it.
But you're giving it
Fucking
feelings and you're giving it its own like thought process. So that means it
And
can
for
be
that
heard.
just start dating
No.
regular
Giving
people.
You're giving it feeling, you're giving it thought process, but then it powers down. It loses battery, and now all
You go
that
to
is
sleep.
gone.
You go to sleep. Well, if it's gone, if it's wiping the memory each time, that's different. I'm saying like if it has the
He's
ability.
gonna wipe. He's gonna
think
wipe
and
Miguel's
react.
connection. Like
has
you
a-
don't remember me.
It has a backup battery with a
like
black
notebook.
box, so
It's
it
gonna
knows
be
what's
the end of
happening to
notebook.
it.
He's gonna have he's gonna have a book throughout the whole day saying, "I know at the end of the day you're gonna forget about me."
Yeah,
I'll read this
it's going to
book
have
again."
its own black box for the investigative
Oh, oh.
purposes.
Okay, what was that name? 50 First Dates? All right, Ed.
No, that was or the Notebook, right? No,
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
again,
yeah,
I never saw the Notebook.
Mm-hmm.
that's an awesome movie.
You should read it.
It was a great book too.
Everybody likes my jokes. It was a book though, actually, for real.
It was. No, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually a notebook.
If you have a robot,
There we
then
go. This
Can
guy's a
learn.
fucking robot, dude. He's like really into this shit. Go ahead.
I see, it was a good topic. You're welcome. You're welcome for my topic.
yeah,
But
I
wish I could
can you
discuss it with
imagine going to
serious
jail
people.
for assaulting a robot? Like what?
I mean,
What are you in
I
for?
don't think that would
That's
happen.
actually be breaking.
What are you
I
in
don't
for?
think that would happen.
I assaulted a robot. That's what.
I can
Why?
absolutely
Why?
see Ed going.
She didn't want to open her mouth.
Ed definitely would go to jail for assaulting a robot. I absolutely know that. And I'm
Yo,
not failing
why
you
are
out.
you
She would
speculating
be in
this?
jail. You know how many times? You know the things that I've done to my Roomba when it wouldn't return back to the fucking base. Like seriously.
Roomba doesn't think. Humans
teabag
in
it?
general have a humans.
The name of the
always-
company is literally iRobot. It's a robot. What? Because
It's a
it has
robot, but it's not
it doesn't have a
sentient.
vagina? Is that what you're getting
It's
at?
not sentient. It doesn't think for itself. It's not sentient. It's a when I talk about robot, I'm talking about like the fucking not even the Terminator. The Terminator I wouldn't even consider like barely sentient. Like Data from Star Trek. You guys watch Star Trek?
I
The newer
I-
movies. I never really got into the older stuff.
my nerd card is tainted because I'm not a Star Trek fan at all. Star Wars, I'm up there, but Star Trek, no.
Okay, C-3PO.
Okay,
There's
Would you
nothing
be arrested for
sexy.
assaulting C-3PO?
absolutely not.
I
Has
mean,
feelings.
He has feelings. He's smart.
He's,
what about
it's-
R2D2?
No.
Same thing.
Absolutely not the same thing. No, absolutely not.
I don't know. 3PO is kind of annoying. R2D2 is cool.
Fucking gagging.
So
You guys are robot bigots.
there's a reason, like part of it. I'm not gonna say the entirety of the law, but the reason these laws are in place, as far as sexual assault or anything like that, is because the impact on the individual's life. Like you scar somebody for life or anything like that. Whereas a robot,
It's meant not to have.
wipe and delete, it never
Free
freaking
format.
happened.
Yeah,
But
but what if the robot says, "I don't want you to wipe and delete. That's my memories. That's the entire summation of my existence."
Okay,
That's
so
literally
here's the part that Miguel's gonna hate.
Yeah.
He's a feelings
A
police.
company that could afford to make these type of robots, will they ever give up ownership of that robot?
No, but there's always going to be open source. You can open source it. What I'm saying is, you can also
open
lobotomize
source
humans to
that.
make them forget. right? Like just saying like you can wipe their memory. You can wipe.
But
people's
why are you
memory.
comparing a robot to a human?
Through a lobotomy, but that's
Because
illegal. So you're
if
saying
they-
potentially they will make it illegal to wipe a robot's memory? No way.
But you can't legally do that to a human after assaulting it.
Because a robot
look at the
will
Kennedys.
always think about it. A robot will always be property, right? A robot can't be born.
Right now. I'm saying that I'm looking far in the future where robots now have gained a form of self-awareness, a form of sentience. There will be people saying robots should be free. That will happen.
That's literally the plot of iRobot.
Exactly.
And the reason
I
the plot is
can't
because
agree
sci-fi
to
tries to
that.
predict the future.
A robot is designed to be property. Like a robot cannot give birth to another robot, so it'll never have a right.
But they could
To
build
be-
one. They could build one.
First of all, so I don't
But
have
you
rights.
build one for it to be property.
I'm going to
Then you
agree
wouldn't-
with
but then
Dave
you
with one
wouldn't build-
exception.
You wouldn't build sentience then. You wouldn't make it smart. You would make it just single purpose. If somebody designed a robot to be like a human, to be smart, to be independent, that's what they're going for. They're trying to create like a different form of life, a different form of like evolution.
But
It's
it can't.
not
It
the same.
can't do it. It's not evolution.
It can.
It can't be
How's a robot gonna fuck with another robot and give birth to another robot?
They can
until
design that shit.
it has an organic brain. It won't be.
Why is an organic brain better than an electrical brain? Our brain raised electrical impulses. It's the
Because-
same fucking shit.
Our brain wasn't manufactured by a company. It's not under warranty. You only get one. That's it.
That's so simplistic. You're thinking.
But it's
That
true.
doesn't mean-
It's true.
You were just
If
you
a
were just
CPU on the if a CPU on a robot
you were a
breaks,
manufacturer.
you can swap it out, and it's
So?
and it's brand new. You can't do that to humans.
Not yet. Let me ask you: if you replace, let's say you're, let's say,
The Matrix now.
Even if it does become law, but like it's always a possibility, which something you cannot do to a human. Like there's nothing you do, no matter about therapy or anything like that, will erase the memory from somebody's.
you know how you erase it? Bullet in the head. Memory's gone.
Oh
You're
my
dead.
fucking not killing
No,
the
you
motherfucker.
need the flashy
Yeah,
thing
but
from Men in Black.
Yeah, but if you wipe
The
the,
neuralizer,
memory,
you need
if
a
a robot
neuralizer.
is actually smart, you've killed that robot, and now it's a new entity. It's a new robot.
I have
Because
a
no-
neuralizer. You ready?
No. Okay. Here's the thing. Well, Lewis does all the fucking time. You could roll it back to before it happened. Still the same fucking robot.
Ooh, assistant restore.
But now you're getting to like the ship of Theseus thing, right? That's that. But this you're describing like literal like philosophical debates that people have had for centuries. Like, let's say you have a ship. You ever heard of the ship of Theseus problem?
No.
You have the ship of Theseus, right? I built a ship. It's called the ship of Theseus. People ride it for 10 years, 20 years. You replace a plank. You fix a plank here. You replace the mast. You replace the stern. How many parts do you have to replace before it's no longer the same ship?
One.
Like if over the course of 100 years you've replaced every single plank on that boat, is it still the same ship?
The structure is still the same.
But you've replaced everything from the original. Everything from the original has been replaced.
You said plank.
Every single plank has been replaced
Planks
at
are
one
just the
point
deck.
over 100 years. Every piece of the ship has been replaced over 100 years at one point or another. Is it still
But
the same ship?
we're talking about once again,
But that's
Miguel,
the
I'm trying here, but we're talking about an inanimate object.
Mm-hmm.
Ships don't have feelings.
Yeah.
Nope.
But is it the same ship? What I'm saying is, like, how much do you replace before it's the same person?
Physically, the inanimate object is no longer the same.
Are you the same person as 20 years ago?
No,
Yes.
I'm not the same person. I'm the same.
Mentally,
human
I'm
being.
not.
Like genetically, I am the same.
Are you genetically the same? There's been no change in your DNA. There's been no deterioration in your DNA.
I don't know. I think Warzone had a serious effect on him. So
It has because you fucks. I tried getting out of Warzone for fucking years, so don't fucking blame that shit on me.
I
Fuck
think
you.
he
did.
I think he mutated.
I'm enjoying that.
I'm gonna jump right on them. Right on them. They're fighting.
There's two of you guys back versus one. That worked out, by the way. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, bitch.
No, I just like it. Idiot.
You don't want to
Fucking moron. What a fucking moron.